Welcome back to Studio 701. Weighted blankets have gained a lot of popularity in the recent years, and some say they can help reduce symptoms of anxiety, ADHD, sleep disorders, and autism.
Here to tell us more about them and the services offered at Kids in Motion is Ariana with Kids in Motion Pediatric Therapy and Wellness. So Ariana, thank you so much for being here on this somewhat snowy day. I don't think the snow has come down, but we're talking about weighted blankets, something that we're going to need these next 2 days to keep us cozy.
Potentially.
So yeah, let us know, they've become so popular in the last couple of years. First of all, what are they made out of?
So weighted blankets can be made out of a lot of different things, and I love that you guys are interacting with these. So some weighted blankets have rice, some weighted blankets have small glass beads so that they can be washed. Basically, the idea behind it is to distribute the weight amongst the blanket so that you have just this nice, heavy experience. So I'm an occupational therapist. What we refer to that experience you're feeling of that heavy pressure is called proprioceptive input. So it's our sensory system's way of getting this nice, deep pressure, kind of like a hug, and it helps for calming, especially at night. It can help release that natural melatonin, and it really helps our kiddos and adults calm down. It helps improve sleep, and it can also be one of those things where you can have a multi-sensory experience. So like the weighted lap pad, that can be put in the microwave or in the freezer so that you can either have something hot or cold for our kiddos that really like that added addition of a temperature experience.
This thing is about probably 5-6 pounds in here, And yeah, it just feels kind of nice just to have something sitting around. I guess if, I don't have a puppy dog to put on my lap, so this would be the second best thing.
I gotta say, I have this just like over my shoulder, and I'm really wishing I could just host the entire show like this.
Yep, you can just really snuggle in.
Yeah, and I have to give a shout out to Amber Schatz. She brought this in. This is her kids' blanket. Said that she was gonna bring it in last night, but the kids needed it last night, so she brought it in this morning. So thank you, Amber, for bringing this in. Ariana, you had said you're an occupational therapist over at Kids in Motion. Tell us a little bit more about that role.
So for occupational therapy, we focus on all occupations of daily living that a child might go through. So everything from your morning routine, kiddos waking up, getting dressed, brushing their teeth. A lot of times we also deal with kiddos who have picky eating habits as well. So we go through having a better mealtime experience with your families if you've got a picky eater. And then we go all the way to kiddos who are maybe struggling in school with attention. So going back to some of the weighted items, you might have a weighted lap pad at school just to give you that added pressure so that you're almost feeling your body a little bit more and you're able to sit a little bit more calmly in school. And you could see how beneficial that would be for a kiddo that's struggling to pay attention or fidgeting quite a bit more in school. And then a lot of times what we'll do in occupational therapy and physical therapy as well, we do offer bowel and bladder services. So I'm a parent of 2 boys, so sometimes potty training is really hard and you just need that added support, and that's what we're here for. We can help with potty training, nighttime wetting, constipation. So across all walks of life, I think when it comes to therapy, if you think of yourself as a parent, if you're adjusting your daily routine because your child is struggling, whether it's coordination on the playground or they're struggling with their speech and language and they're having a hard time being understood by their family, or your morning routine is really frustrating, as a parent, if you're adjusting your daily routines for those types of things, seek out occupational speech or physical therapy, because we want to be there to support you and work with your family to get you back to your normal daily routine as quickly as possible.
It's so interesting. And these blankets, this isn't necessarily something that I would think for myself that I need one. What are questions that we should ask ourselves to see if one of these might be something that we should pick up?
Absolutely. So something that's really important for parents and adults is making sure the item is not too heavy. A key that we always go to with weighted items is it should never be more than 10% of the person's body weight, and it should be evenly distributed. So you don't ever want to have just one item over the chest or just over one limb. You want to really have it spread out on your child. And when you're putting the child to sleep with the item, it's okay if it falls off. If they fall asleep with the weighted blanket, it's done its job. So you don't need to worry about waking up in the middle of the night and going back and adjusting it. And they can be used not just for sleep, but during the day. Can you imagine if that was something warm on your lap right now? It might feel like a puppy.
Yeah. This would be awesome to hold on to warm and read a book and just relax. Absolutely.
Yeah, they focus on that self-regulation piece, and especially when our kids have been cooped up all winter, self-regulation is important, and it's important for them to have something that can support their self-regulation needs and help them keep calm so that they feel a little bit more in control of their bodies.
Cool.
Well, Ariana, thank you so much for all the information on weighted blankets and the services offered at Kids in Motion.
You're so welcome. Thanks for having us, guys.
And for more information, you can head to their website, mandadkids.com, or follow Kids in Motion on Facebook, and that information is on your screen.